Hey Student Success, this is your week 5 assignment video part 2. So up here under week 5 videos, make sure you've checked out the chapter 12 lecture that covers kind of the concepts and ideas that focus around the assignments for this week. And then I broke our assignment videos into 2 parts just to focus on each component so that one video wasn't too overwhelming. So go ahead and make sure you check out week 5 assignment video part 1, which is going to cover this part right here. The video that you're watching right now is going to cover just this, the career services assignment. So this is due by Sunday, and then make sure that you check out, like, this is technically, you need to do this by Wednesday because it's going to help you with your discussion forum prompt that is due Wednesday as well. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down to the assignments. I'm going to open that folder, and then here's career services. So what you are going to do is you are going to take this survey. So I always like to right click it and open in a new tab, because I'll show you every once in a while if you click it from, there we go, it'll show you, like, every once in a while when I click it from in there, it'll look like there's no page there. So if you, and then it of course like boots you back to the main page. So if you go in here and you right click and open link in new tab, it'll work just fine. But you can also go to the Stark State homepage and scroll down and click on Career Coach and get there as well. So you can get there through a couple different ways. Regardless of what you're going to do, you are going to take, it says interest, or regardless of how you get there, you'll click on interest and you can see it's there on both pages, so it doesn't matter. You are going to take the 60 question assessment. I know that sounds like a lot, but I promise you it goes so quickly. For our purposes, I'm just going to click on the 6 questions. Then when my results come up, it'll say short assessment. When you do it, you'll take the 60 questions and it'll say long assessment. So that's how I'll know like that you did the full one. But here's what the questions will look like, and this is why I say 60 will go very quickly. So you're basically just answering on a scale. You know, what would you like to do? Strongly disagree all the way up to strongly agree. And I will go ahead and fill this out so that you can see, there you go, and we have our results that pop up. So when you get your results, again, there's going to be 60 questions for you. It'll give you a better narrowing down of your results. When you get your results, I do encourage you to kind of scroll through. The first thing you're going to see is your personality matches. So there are 6 possible ones. It's going to give you your top 3. So if I download my results, though, which you could do, one way to get them in there, it is going to have all 6 in order of how much they match my personality according to the assessment. So on the snapshot, you're only getting 3, but if you download it, you'll see all 6. Then underneath that, this is where I encourage you to really spend some time looking around, just maybe out of curiosity or confirmation. It's going to give you your actual career matches. So it's going to go from your best match, which, I mean, no surprise there for me, education, 100% match. Now, the 6th question obviously is not going to peg you as well as like the 60 question one, so that's why we have you take the 60 question one, but it's going to go all the way through down to like what you really maybe should not focus on going in. Like, yeah, construction is not a good field for me. What I would like you to do is just kind of look to see, is the field you're thinking about going in, or that the major you've declared, is that anywhere in here? Maybe there's something that you are like, I was thinking about education, but it's way down on my list, but healthcare is up high, or, you know, maybe something to consider. But once you get in here, you can see that there are even a breakdown in here. So I could go and look and see, okay, well, this is a high match within education. I can click on that and it's going to give me a whole bunch of career matches. You could see up here, there are 60 of them. So, I mean, I could scroll through and look at all of them. It depends on how much time you want to spend doing this. So let's just say I want to teach political science and I'm interested in that. It's going to give me, like, again, like a real quick snapshot, but then I can go in there and it's going to give me more specific details. So this is going to hopefully look familiar because of my part 1 video where I walk through this, but I'm just reiterating. You can go through and find out more about this education, the skills. You can go through and look at the wages, similar connected careers, all of the different things, and it'll tell you, again, your match. And then if there is a program that goes along with it, it'll attach it there. Now, for our purposes of our assignment, so I do think it's a good idea to scroll around to get, you know, familiarized with these results. For our purposes, you are either going to copy and paste your top 3 career traits. So that is going back to these right here. So if I wanted to, if you just wanted to make it easy on yourself, you could just download the results and then upload them as an attachment. Or you can certainly like highlight, copy and paste, put it into a Word document, or put it into the right submission area, like the comment area. That's part 1. So here's like an example here, you know, the top 3 traits, and those are copied in there. Or you can take a snapshot, like a screen grab or a snip, and you can put it in there as well. That's part, well, actually it's kind of part 2, because part 1 is taking the assessment. Part 2 is uploading your personality trait results. So just those top 3, and even if you upload this, that's okay, because it'll give me everything, but it'll definitely have those 3 in there. So you're going to, part 2 is uploading somehow, snipping it, copying and pasting, downloading, and then uploading the results of your 3 personality traits. Then it says in 1 to 2 sentences, so give a brief explanation, 1 to 2 sentences per trait. There are 3 traits total. So at the very minimum, you're going to have 3 sentences. At the max, you're going to have 6 sentences, because you need to give a sentence at least per trait about if that describes you well, how does it connect to your career? So for instance, my top 1 was social. So I would kind of spend a couple sentences reflecting on, you know what, this does describe me really well. I do, in fact, like to work with other people. I feel like I'm very caring, and this is why I'm going into education, and it's a good connection. Now, let's say that I got, I go here, maybe if artistic was my top result, I could be like, yeah, this doesn't really describe me too well. I don't feel like I am super unconventional. I don't feel like I work with my hands a lot to involve or create art or self-express. So I don't feel like this is something that, you know, really describes me very well. So do you see, hopefully you're kind of seeing what I mean by go in and describe how each trait either did or did not describe you, and then make that connection to your career. So sometimes people will be like, yeah, I want to go into nursing, but I don't like people. Okay, there's obviously a disconnect there. So you're trying to see this personality trait as it's connected to your career and reflect on that. So again, you will take 1 to 2 sentences per trait, so up to about 6 sentences about the trait means, how it connects to you, how it connects to your career interests. So that is what you're doing for this assignment. So that's why I call it 3 parts, because the first part is taking the assessment. The second part is uploading the results, specifically focusing on the traits, the personality traits. So whether that means uploading the entire PDF of your results or just doing a snip or a screen grab or a copy paste. And then part 3 is reflecting on each personality trait, whether it describes you well or not, maybe why, and then how it connects to your career. All right, so you can go ahead and again, you can upload that as a document. You can do all this as a comment, whatever works best for you. But please reach out if you have any questions on this. If you're confused, inside the gradebook area, I will always comment, like maybe you forgot to upload the results or maybe you forgot to reflect on them. And so you'll see that reflected in your grade. So this is, you know, up here, it'll tell you that this is quite a bit, hold on, wrong place, down here. It'll tell you this is worth quite a bit of points, 30 points. So if you miss a part, you're gonna see, you know, like at least 10 points taken off. So hopefully you notice that, go back into the gradebook and be like, oh yeah, I forgot to write my reflection, or I forgot to upload the results. But again, reach out if you have any questions. Make sure that you take a look at both the part 1 and part 2 videos for this week, and have a great week.